Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my version of Carl's Jr.'s Western Bacon Cheeseburger. So if you're interested in learning this recipe, join me in the kitchen and let's get cooking.
Pero es que quiero más, más. Yo soy tu VIP, tu parte, porque tú a mí haces feliz. Me queda presumir, ay de ti, qué bonito verte salir. Yo soy tu VIP, papi yo te parte, que tú me haces feliz. Me encanta presumirte.
Okay, we're going to start with the ingredients, and for this recipe you'll need ground beef, white onion, bacon, burger bread, brown sugar, liquid smoke, paprika. So frying oil, I'm using canola, an egg, American cheese, milk, ketchup, BBQ sauce, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, flour, Panko breadcrumbs. So these are ingredients. Now we're going to get started. Okay, so I've added vegetable oil to my pan and I'm letting it heat up, and this is where we're going to be making the onion rings. Okay, so I'm going to be adding my strips of bacon. We're going to let them crisp up on both sides on medium-high heat. Okay, so I've added my 2 eggs. Now I'm going to be adding some milk. And we're going to whisk. I will be linking all the measurements in the description box. So we just gotta whisk the milk and the eggs together. This is for our onion rings. We're going to be adding some salt. Okay, so I'm going to be adding salt and pepper to the flour. Giving it a quick mix. Okay, so I have the panko breadcrumbs and I'm going to be adding some paprika and some salt. Giving that a quick mix as well. So now we're ready to start breading our onion. Okay, so now we're going to be chopping the onion. I don't want to do it too thick, not too thin, because we want it to fit well in the burger and not make the burger too thick. Okay, so now we're going to separate the onion so we can start getting our little rings. Some will fall apart and that's okay. Okay, so we're going to start breading our onion rings. So first I dip it in the flour. Then we go into the egg. Then we go back in the flour. Trust me. Then back in the egg. Then we go into our panko crumbs. So there we have one. Now I'm going to make a couple more. Okay, so now we're going to be throwing in our onion rings into the hot oil. Okay, so after about 1.5 to 2 minutes, these are golden brown and ready to come out. And I had them over medium heat. So I'll be grabbing a chunk of beef. I think that's enough. Going to be adding salt, garlic powder, pepper, and here's the open garlic powder. It wasn't coming out because it was not open. Okay, and a quick mix. And we're going to be adding a tiny bit of liquid smoke. Okay, so I've got a pretty big chunk of beef here, and I've thinned it out as much as I can because it's going to puff up anyway. So I try to make it as thin as possible. And we're throwing it in the bacon grease that I have heating up. So they're going to cook about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Okay, so I flipped it over and it's nice and golden on this side. So we're going to be adding the cheese so it can start melting. Okay, so our breads are lightly toasted and we're going to be adding ketchup to each one. Quick spread. Okay, so we're going to be adding our cheesy beef. The bacon strips. Our barbecue sauce. You could go as light or as heavy as you want on the barbecue. And then our onion rings. Okay, and then our top bun. Quick press. And here you have your cheesy, delicious Western bacon copycat recipe made at home. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please don't forget to tag me on all my social medias if you recreate this recipe. Hope to see you next time.
Pero es que quiero más, más. Yo soy tu VIP, tócate, porque tú a mí haces feliz. Me queda presumir, ay de ti. Qué bonito verte salir, yo soy tu VIP. Papi, yo